Hi, welcome to FXTraBox. Here today we will be going through an example where moving average 5 line will be upwardly crossing the moving average 20 line and creating a buy open order. And if the MA5 downwardly crosses the MA20, it will open a sell order. So let's get started. Come to FXTraBox.com and then go to login page. If you've already created an account, you can easily simply plug in the password, click login. So first, to create the first condition, which is the MA5 upwardly crossing the MA20, you will need to go to comparison condition. So under conditions there's a comparison. So once coming here, first plug in the MA up cross. So upwardly crossing means up cross 520. So this is how you need to create a name that's simple, short, and something you can remember. On the memo section, you can create a more detailed description of your comparison condition. So in my case, MA20, MA5 upwardly crosses MA20. So now to get the MA, you need to select the indicator by click on the search button and under the indicator. This is where you list, it's listed the default indicators. So scroll down and look for MA. So I've set MA. Once you click the indicator, it will ask you to plug in the parameters for the indicator. So in our case it's 5. Click on confirm. And then for the comparison, you need to select up cross, since that's crossing upwardly. And then for the right box, you will also need to select the MA. MA. In our case, it's not 5, it's 20 now. Click on confirm. You can always come back to change the setting by click on set and then changing the values. In our case, we'll not do that. Last but not least, this is a very important part. For the number of bars, as explained in the manual, you need to select 1 instead of 0, 1 for each. 0 stands for current bar, whereas 1 stands for previous bar. You want to select previous bar because the current bar will always continuously change in value, or whether it's price or whether it's a height or time. The current bar is always changing as the time passes by, so you will need to do that. And that's pretty much it. Click on save to save. As soon as you save, it will create an entry in the conditions list. So right here. So let's create a down cross. So MA down cross. So instead of creating a new condition, basically it will you just need to change this to down instead of upward. Down crosses, downwardly crosses, and then you keep the parameters the same, 5. You just need to change up cross to down cross. So by doing this, you not only save time, but you can just edit a few parameters and be able to add. Instead of clicking edit button, which will actually save these new parameters to the current logic, instead you will need to click add in order to copy these parameters and create an entire new logic. So I clicked on add, and then as you can see, it will create an up cross and then it will create a down cross. So now let's go to signals. Let's go to signals. So signals is where you put together a combination of different conditions. In our case, our example is very simple, so you just have one condition. So in our case, we'll go for MA up cross. Signal is MA, so you just need to put the same memo as I did in the comparison signal. Upwardly crosses MA20. And then for here, go to comparison, select on the across that we just created. Another one is comparison. Sorry, you don't need to create any more comparisons. So just click on save. And then we need to create another signal for down cross. So let's do that. Down cross. So instead of upward, now you just need to create down cross and click on add. It is very important for you to create a signal, no matter how many conditions you have, in order to create an algorithm. Once you go to the algorithm now, this is where you will create an executable EA. So now let's do MA, let's call this algorithm MA cross 520. So you can put in more details. Open by order when MA5 upwardly up crosses MA20. Open cell order when MA5 down crosses MA20. So let's put that into. So for open, this is your open box, your reopen box, and close box. For now, we're just concentrating on the open box. So for the open box, you put in the basics, an action that I've already created, which we'll cover in another session. For open by, select up cross. This is the signal. For cell open, click on down cross. This list is a list of signals that I've already created. So now I'm clicking on the down cross to open a cell signal. That's pretty much it, guys. And click on save. And this should have created MA cross 520 algorithm or strategy. In order to view the algorithm map, click on the icon. And this will pretty much show you the entire map of the algorithm. So starting from algorithm MA cross 520, which is composed of a signal called MA cross up cross 520, signal MA down cross 520, which in turn is composed of comparison condition MA up cross 520, MA up cross, sorry, MA, it should be down cross actually here, down cross. And guys, if you want to edit this, actually, let's go and edit it right away. It should be down cross right there. So I edit. So now let's go back in algorithms. So this is a very important function to see. So now you can see this has been edited. So guys, that's pretty much it. And we will be compiling this in order before we can download it. So let's compile it. As you can see, it compiled is successful. Okay. Then you want to download it. So you can see here it's downloading into ex4. So ex4 can be mounted onto the MT4, which we'll cover in another session. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next session.